Bro, I've read some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah.
Men go to the bathroom just to have silence.
Yo, that I ain't gonna lie though.
They spend an average.
You really did that though?
I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
I seen that shit
It's
right
like
now.
7 hours a week.
I seen that.
If I'm not mistaken.
Call me G.O. aka the GO. His bitch wanna talk, don't wanna speak, bitch, come and give me dope.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? What's the word, man? Welcome back to another episode of Building Blocks. Clearly, this is not the regular studio, you know what I'm saying? We changed up the environment, shit, we changed up the vibe and all of that. But we got another vibe with the cave, you feel me? I don't know if we really gonna consider this the cave episode 1.
Yeah, I'm not too sure yet, but we definitely changing it up, man. We trying to get it more vibey. We don't want it to feel so professional, question and answer. We just wanted it to be a vibe, niggas chopping it up, talking our shit, man. But today we're clearly not at the regular podcast studio. We are in La Sala Studios with the one and only Chris. What's the word, my boy?
How you doing, my brothers? How y'all doing? How's everything? It's a pleasure to have y'all here.
Chris from La Sala Studios, gang. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is the second time I've been here. Survive, bro. Like,
it's a nice ass studio. It's my first time here, bro. Fuck with the woods and shit.
Yeah, I've been here because my fault, yo. Just so y'all not confused, y'all like, who the fuck is this? I got my boy Leo right here in the cut, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't really keep him out the frame, so you know what I mean? He a part of the episode too. But we vibing, man. Just a little vibe, we chopping it up, talking our shit. But yeah, I've been here before. I was here one time. But shout out my son Kev, he brought me here. They was recording vibing.
Them boys JV. Yeah.
That's like
heavy hitters right now.
That's not the first time I met JV, but like that's the first time I like chopped it over JV. Cause you know after Susan video shoot when we first met him, nigga, you know,
PM go hard on that one too.
I ain't know who the fuck that nigga was, but nah, for sure, man. But yo, how you feeling, my boy?
I'm feeling great. Just
vibing and shit.
Yeah, man. Been working a lot, working on some new projects and stuff like that, and then just, you know, keeping the studio extremely busy. Like I said, the fellas just been JV been bringing in the fellas crazy. PM, Swifty, all of them. OD, yeah, all of them. The whole QTO, they heavy right now. Super heavy.
Bro. Nah, I wanted to ask you and shit. My fault. I heard you was gonna say something. I wanted to ask you. I guess we could start out. We always like to let people bring a little introduction, tell everybody about themselves and shit. Like, how did you get into this whole creative thing? Because normally we have someone just doing one thing, but you do a bunch of shit. So I mean, like, where did it all start for you? You know what I'm saying?
For me, I would say I always loved hip hop. And every time my pop specifically was like super into like certain artists. So I was really heavy into certain things. But 50 was like my influence, and then I realized Kanye was really that nigga for me. So
Kanye is
crazy with the production.
Yo, niggas be sleeping on Kanye. You know, niggas nowadays don't understand because you know how Kanye be tweaking out. But the level of like the shit, like, oh my god, like he's a genius, bro. He's
the levels that he hit. I don't know. For me, it just gave me a little bit more of a confidence to understand that you could produce and you could rap. But I thought I was gonna do that shit for myself, so I didn't understand how far
you could take
So I, you know, like Dr. Dre, I would say, is like one of my big influences as well, because on the engineering side, like his sonics, you know, I know it's like old school for some people in our generation now, but like I've really like studied a lot of hip hop. So for me, guys like Dre, I give him a lot of respect because the sonics just on them beats were very different. If you hear a lot of that shit from like 1992 to now, it's still knocking extremely loud. So when I started, you know, kind of like we were having a conversation a little bit earlier before the cameras hit, but like I feel like when I started first recording, I started understanding like, yo, why don't my songs sound as loud as this? So the triple threat almost lane of being a rapper, producer, engineer kind of came out of nowhere. I just thought I was gonna be a rapper, producer because of the Kanye influence, and so that kind of just changed.
And then shit came naturally.
Yeah, and then the business side was almost like a very like I gotta say that was luck out of nowhere too, because I was thinking of being a rapper, you know, like the typical shit, a rap star.
You was thinking in one box type shit.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be that, but when I started realizing like, yo, I got a studio now, you know, like it's not just making the money in the studio and using that to fund my rap career. Now I'm like solidifying relationships with certain people. So it just all, as I grew older, just kept hitting. I started in 2009 recording myself heavily. I've been playing music since I was 8, and I'm 27 now, gonna be 28. I don't know what, I'm sorry, I'm 20. Wow, holy shit. Yeah, I'm 27, gonna be 28. Holy shit. Wow.
I don't know if I've ever seen somebody like think about their own age.
Yeah, nah. Cause
I ain't gonna lie, that's like you get up there. Like, you get up there.
That, and I'm not even gonna front, like, I just look at this shit like a career, like we just going. We gotta keep going. Like, if you focus on the age, you might just tap yourself out into certain boxes. Once people start hearing certain ages, they kind of start. And that's not even like, living really, really in the moment with my shit. Just sometimes I don't even like knowing that I've been doing this for so long or in practice, because I feel like it's really still practice mode. Like, a lot of niggas at the age of like 27 feel like they gotta tap out on something because they shouldn't be practicing or they gotta deliver now. Like, you don't know when your moment really is, realistically. So that's what really also got me into it, just the understanding of seeing some of these guys that were just artists. It didn't matter, you know. Earl popped off really young. Joey Badass, he popped off really young. So it gave me like ambition to be like, yo, how do I do that? You know, or at any age as I got older. When I was 26, I was like, all right, cool. Like, how am I gonna get to like a Hove level where I feel like he dropped his first album there. I don't know, nigga did what he had to do in the streets, but in my world it was like, all right, well, let me double up. Let me try to get another room. You know, like let's see this out a little bit differently. How do we now just not have just one studio and maybe, like I said earlier, like record the record label, like the team, and teach them how to start doing this stuff, so it's a little easier.
Having a team, like everybody.
Yeah, so it was just one of those things that it just started off by watching hip hop, like really, really watching hip hop and understanding like it went in so many different corners. I fell in love with G Unit. And the branding, it was the branding that shit, you know what I'm saying?
I think they really they one of the people who really started stamping like the business side. Like, you could take it way further than it starts
50
here.
was a monster. 50 was a monster,
He's still a monster. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, musically, he was a monster.
Oh, okay.
Because like, when you gotta think about it, like, bro, the man came in for like in 03. His next album is 05, then the next one's 07, and you don't really hear from 50 like Fat Girl. Oh, and then 09, he takes, so it's every 2 years he giving you a project, but Vitamin Water comes around in like 07, it's I Get Money and everything. It changes, you know? And that's what I started learning and like understanding. I would look, I'll be crazy, bro. I would sit there like on Wikipedia, look at Fabulous's Wikipedia and be like, yo, this nigga drops an album every 2 years. Like, what's going on? Yeah, like what's the pattern? Hove was every year until 03. Like, clearly he felt like he had something to prove. He gave us an album every summer, like he said it in the record. So it was like these just little ambitions that I was setting within myself, hearing other niggas' music, like understanding like, yo, this is what I'm gonna go through when I get older. So it was a little bit of a teaching, and I knew I wanted to do that. I came from I was lucky because I played music, so I learned how to play instruments, theory and shit like that. So I was playing like classical rock records. So I'm sitting here like, yo, this is the same shit these niggas sample. I know how to play some of this shit. So I just started piecing everything together and being like, all right, cool, like I could control this a little bit more. This is my thing. I wanted to be a baseball player, but that wasn't.
Same, bro. I had hoop dreams, bro, but that.
Yeah, bro. We all get a. He said that knee. He had to D. Yo, you gotta D-Rose the knee up for the real.
Niggas who are like 6'4" and not always bling it like, bro.
Bro.
You was league bound?
I was prospect.
D-Rose the knee up before the real. Believe him.
I got receipts, bro. I got X-rays too.
Nah, I believe that.
Where's the mixtape?
Probably 25. You wasn't 2025.
Bro, you wasn't hooping for real. You was one of them big niggas who had hoop dreams. It's okay.
Nah, you know what it was, bro?
Mixtape, the little and1.
I had a mixtape before, but
you had a mixtape?
Yeah.
On who?
No, like a little personal.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm on God, you had a mixtape.
Yeah, bro. That wasn't that crazy. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't fucking Kyrie and nothing like that.
Okay.
But
nigga, the whole mixtape was just him getting rebounds and laying it up. Come on,
blocking shots and shit. For a period of time, it was like a good year that I was really like in the gym every day. Bro. But after that,
that's fine. Yeah, man. That's not to like steer it off on like the story and everything, but that's pretty much that got me into it, man. Just regular wanting to be into hip hop, bro. That was it. That was just my shit. Yeah, bro. But I still love sports and everything. But that was just my shit.
It's crazy because from what you're telling me, it's like you say you wanted to be just a rapper, but like there was like an underlying thing in you that I felt like I had to to do everything. You know what I mean? Like you would be on Wikipedia and shit like that. You want to do all this extra shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just mad interested. I was into like buying I would get money for like my birthday and go to a CD store and just buy every fucking Pac album, every fucking Nas album, and I knew I had all that shit illegally downloaded on LimeWire or whatever.
There's something about having that physical copy.
Yeah, bro, I would open that shit, read that shit, see the lyrics, all of that shit. Like,
look at the artwork and shit.
I just saw my man's the other time. I was like, yo, bro, you go look in that Life After Death album and you see that Biggie recorded some of his joints in I think it was like, it's Trinidad or Costa Rica, one of them. She's like, yo, bro, like, that's what we gotta start thinking as artists a little bit more. Like, you have the luxury to be able to tell a story. So, yeah, recording this at home here, the luxury of us even having an interface and a Mac and just be able to go
anywhere.
Bro, niggas should be thinking on some like, yo, bro, this whole next project, this whole like next move is gonna be set here.
Yeah,
like,
let me go
just for
whatever. Like,
if we could stack our chips,
really inspires, bro.
Facts, bro. And if we could stack our chips, if we really leading by independence, if we could stack our chips for kicks, anything else that we want to do, just stack of chips for a vacation. Bring that MacBook. I guarantee you, if you stay in there for 7 days, at least 4 or 5 songs is coming out. You got content.
Yeah.
You got content. You moving, you enjoying your time, and that's the way that I've been looking at it. Where it's an understanding of like, yeah, those labels funded that at that time. That's what was selling. That was what was moving. CDs and everything. It was physical. Right now, we selling the actual lifestyle. You know, so every time for me, it was more like every time if I thought it was rapping, I knew I needed to, well, it wasn't even that. Like, I knew I could rap and produce. So if I thought it was rapping and producing, I did not know that I was going to engineer. I did not know that engineering was going to get me the studio. That's my funds, you know? So, like, I didn't know these things were the things that were going to be like, this is business, this is creative.
Right.
I was just on my uncle used to be mad fucking hard on me. He used to just be like, yo, so, like, do you want to be a rapper or MC? He used to be like, cause like a MC, he's like a lyricist. He giving you everything. Yeah. He's like, bro, a rapper. He's like, yo, that's a certain thing you carry as yourself, you know. And I started understanding that where it was like, yo, all right, well, everything we were fed was street rappers, and this shit is swinging back around now. So that's where I say, like, for me, I love what everyone's doing, but even in this day and age, I feel like I'm more known for being a fucking great rapper. Like my pen, me being in the studio, the consistency. I don't even know if it's even being a great rapper. I think it's just more the consistency. Like, I deadass care about being in here all the time and figuring out what am I getting better at. Is it gonna be the pen today? Is it gonna be vocally? Am I singing? Am I playing piano for this beat? Am I chopping up samples for this one? Are we doing the drill? Are we trapping it out? What are we doing? You know, it's house, whatever. Like, it does not matter to me. I just come from an essence of just knowing that I could create something in it.
Yeah.
So that kind of like pushes me every time, where it's like, yo, fuck it. Like, this music is supposed to be advertisement or something. Like, and that I think came from like family always trying to make me realize, all right, cool, you got this talent, but you gotta know what you're gonna do with it. And that even came from baseball, bro. Like, my mom used to dead ass look at me and be like, yo, kid, listen, like, I know you wanna be Derek Jeter, but if you're not working out, if your legs aren't strong, because I have weak legs, you injure yourself one time, this might not work. And what's the backup plan? Like, you know, like, I wasn't even, it's not like if I was a kid that was moving fast and be like, yo, mom, I'm gonna be an ESPN sports analyst.
Thanks.
With this shit, that was always it. I ain't Kanye. I wasn't a college dropout, but I got expelled out of, like, you know, I just did bad with my grades. But I was a fucking, like, 88 average student in high school. I just did not give a fuck. Yeah, college, I did 2 years. I just realized, yo, I don't want to do this shit all over again. And this is not what we do over here. So, and I'm not spending 4 years to get a degree in music business to work in an office. That's just not, that wasn't my route. I knew it wasn't my route. So it was good. It taught me things. But yo, like, on some real shit, I just knew, all right, cool. What am I going to tell my, like, I can't just tell her I'm going to be a rapper while I'm moving back in the crib. Like, that's not how it's going to work. So
you got to have something like foundation, like something solid.
Yeah, that plan had to start kicking in, like, real quick. So it wasn't the prettiest plan in 2015 when I stopped, you know, school and shit. But, bro, I just stuck with it. Like I really, really stuck with that shit. And I lived in London. That was the thing. I lived in London for like some time. Yeah. So I lived in London from October 2012 to July 2013. So it was like 9 months. And I knew my family was gonna stay back there, and I was coming home for college. So I was just like, yo, I gotta figure out everything in life was like, yo, all right, I gotta do good in school, and I gotta figure out this music thing. I was very fortunate enough that my brother, when I came back home, had a crew. Jay Moronta, he had a crew, and we just started like putting in work. And I went to I had a manager at the time that worked for Puff and shit, and it was really dope. It was a good thing. We learned a lot. But when it came to the point at 2015 where we disbanded from the group, it was like, all right, I gotta know what the fuck I'm gonna do. And I'm not in college, so it's not just my brother coming to my dorm anymore. Like,
you gotta figure out how you living.
So I worked in the studio for like fucking, bro, $40 a week. Like the studio, word to bro. Back when the fucking Metro car was like $175, it was probably just enough to get me to there, you know? Of course, my mother was helping me a little bit. And like I was trying to figure out how to just step up on my shit. I just didn't want her to keep telling me, go get a job somewhere else. So I was just like, yo, I'm gonna figure this music shit out. And
it kind of sounded like you like applied that the Black Mamba mentality to that shit, bro. Like you just anything, like every day he's working on something new. Yeah, shit, bro.
Word. Every day didn't matter if it was in my house to the studio, whatever. I was just trying to figure it out, bro. Like really
sacrifice. Yeah. To the naked eye, like to most people, they'd be like, "Yo, why you not working at a job like?" Getting like that residual pay, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
I work, bro. Like, and respectfully, because I think everyone's like 9 to 5 hustle is very real. Like, it's a luxury, and I feel like I'm very, very blessed, and it's a luxury in life for me to even be here, to have my own business and my own like, because it's still a hobby at the end of the day. Like recording music, I think where we at. Business-wise, isn't making anyone enough money to call it a serious thing independently. Yeah. So, and that's not our fault. That's just, that's how they set up the streams, bro, unfortunately. So, until the system, and until we can figure something else out that works, then fine. But this is almost like a hobby for all of us. We're enjoying this by the nature of our heart. You're putting in the best, and if you get to that fame, you get to that fame.
Right. Yeah.
It is what it is. But for me, like, it definitely was that. I worked at a deli, bro, at a family supermarket, you know, and I was working in the deli, the soda aisle, the produce section. I did all of that every summer. And it was one time I tried to do that shit, like, yo, this summer I'm gonna go into the college year doing that, bro. Very honestly, I went right back to Sun & Bud, bro, on campus. The money was better. Yeah. Very honestly, the money was better, quicker. I could stay right in my dorm, work on my music, and I did what I had to do. Right. I woke up for class, I handled everything that needed to be handled, and it felt like, all right, fuck it, I'm my own man. Yeah. I left that shit. Granted, like, and that's, I think just certain things in life where you have to notice, like, all right, that's a fit. Sometimes you gotta disconnect from the family and really follow your own thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, so like, cause everybody has certain things that are set. Sometimes people go get their own jobs. I was lucky again to have family that has something. So I went and I was like, yo, I'm not gonna be the nigga that's gonna like, know about all of this supermarket shit. This is great. I like helping, and I like making my little quick buckets. But when I asked for a raise, I can't get a raise, my nigga. I work every summer, you know. And we're going to college. Like, we gotta make this chicken. So I was like, fuck it, bro. I went for it. And that was my last year in college. And I came back home for like 3 months or something like that. My mom, again, very, very much like fortunate, lucky things. My mom that asked me, come up with a plan. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a little bit of a step up to help you get in, and from there you gotta go.
You on your own type shit.
You're on your own. So I found a crib, I found this building, and this was 8 years ago. I found this building because I had to leave that studio. It just wasn't my control. There was things that fell off. It just wasn't good for me. So I found this studio, and I just started working, bro. I was 20 years old. I said, yo, I'm about to sell an eighth at $35. I'll sell the studio time at $35 an hour. I'm a one-stop shop. I'm not $50. I'm not this. I did all my research. I remember just being young, waking up every morning, just like.
Nah, that shit must have been a great feeling, bro. Just like having your own spot too.
Yo, that shit was crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. 3-bedroom apartment at 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? And your own business. It was definitely dope, but I learned, bro.
You have to, bro. Shit like that. You can't with business things like that. Or you purchasing your own spot, or own space. It's like.
And you're not gonna know it all right away.
Yeah. I learned, bro. Bro. And I was definitely like. It's
nigga about to lose
comfort. It's a vibe. La Sala. You gotta feel like you at home. You gotta feel like you at home. But that's how I got to La Sala. Literally like that.
So was it La Sala off rip?
No. So the house was La Sala.
Yeah.
The house was always La Sala.
Yeah.
We come over here and cook up, and I called it Irish Studio because my mom came with me. So, of course, Dominican mom shit. Mommy wanted to influence it. I figured it. I'm like, Irish, your name. I'm like, yeah, the I. I'm like, that's fine. They vision. Somebody else's vision. I liked it. So it was cool. But I really started realizing every time we just spoke about where we were going, and me and my brother, we sat in the crib and we said, yo, we're going to call this shit La Sala Records.
Yeah.
So when we started pushing our own solo music, that's what we called it. But after that, it was like the space, my crib just became La Sala all the fucking time, bro. It was a 3-bedroom apartment in Ozone Park. Like, literally, it was perfect, bro. I was a bachelor, realistically, like just chilling, like with my niggas. Yeah. I had a shorty at the time, but she was great at the time. Everything was Gucci, so like I had like that life. I had a very, very cool like, and I was thinking I needed so much more. If I could tell any artist out there, like anything, yo, just take advantage of where you at and what you have in the moment. Cause once that shit like passes, no matter what you do to fulfill that feeling, it's not the same anymore. Bro, it's the same shit with family time, bro. Like, you can only look at that photo one time and it doesn't matter. You could link everybody up and everything, but
it's not the same moment.
It's not the same moment. And that's that crib, man, that shit was really, really a home for us. Like,
I don't even think that's not only just a music thing. I think that's people in life in general.
Yeah.
I think people tend to forget. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure y'all could say the same thing. Like, I definitely fell into that habit more than I'd like to, but sometimes you don't realize. You don't appreciate where you are now, because either maybe you're thinking so far ahead, or maybe there's problems you're going through. You're only focused on the negative versus like, you know what I'm saying?
You're not at where you want to be at right now.
So you don't see past that. But when you really should like learn to appreciate the blessings you have now, and obviously, as time passes, you work for more, you try to change your life up in whatever way, but people always forget about now, the present. Like, people sleep on the present so much.
I seen I don't know if it was an old clip or what, but I seen a clip from J. Cole, like an interview or some shit, and I was curious what you thought. Like, this nigga, he was basically like, yo, he's envious of people that like that are at peace.
Yeah.
Like the regular, not regular, but.
I saw this shit today. I can't lie. I saw it today.
They don't need like more like an extravagant lifestyle.
Yeah, like that. They're good with waking up, going to work. They got a family, but they're at peace with that and shit. You know what I mean?
You want to know what my thoughts are?
Just because like I feel like you, bro. I'm
not. I'm not. Like
that's the opposite of you.
Because I'm like always giving 150. I'm not envious because I feel like everybody plays their. You know what I mean? Everybody has a role and a purpose on this earth, and if their purpose is to serve. To do whatever they want to do, live that type of lifestyle, while also maybe they're a family person or whatever, they're family oriented. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I'm thinking about this nigga in a fucking suit at a cubicle, bro.
I'm not. That's not gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? My purpose, because it's not really about the lifestyle for me. It's more about the art and the creative side. Like, that's where I get the joy out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need that. Like,
so it fits perfect.
And you know what I'm saying? So that's me. That's my purpose. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm not envious of anyone who's happy with that lifestyle because they found their purpose. You know what I'm saying? This is my purpose. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what he's saying, because he's saying he you know what I mean? In a sense, like, I do feel that way sometimes where I'm like, damn, why do I always like...
Yeah, the stress gets to you.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just imagine a lifestyle where it wasn't that. Like, me and my mindset now, and I'm just not chasing anything like that, it's not a life worth living to me.
It's a love moment.
Nah, I agree. I just seen that and I was just like, damn, like I felt that, bro.
Nigga thought of me like, yo, this nigga G on always on. Nigga.
I don't know.
Not even. It's just more of like. Damn, like this shit. People don't know how like stressful this creative shit is.
It's not like.
But I don't even think. I think it's not even always in a creative thing. I think it's a certain mindset. Like I think there's just certain people out there that need to do shit, that like need to get somewhere, and I think I feel like I can agree with him in that sense because I have these points at certain times where I'm like. So like why?
Mouthful, bro.
Yeah.
My claps, bro, it be sounding mad low when I'm in the.
No. That's a good clap, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can tell that's a good clap right there.
Nah, he's just tired of his claps coming out mad soft and shit. Yo, you know, I don't think Kevin keeps them though. You know how.
Yeah, man. I almost said it too.
Yeah.
We was talking about
Cole. Yeah, I felt like Cole's I feel like Cole talking about just a certain mind state where the mind ain't so constant because like I think he like for me more relaxed. Yeah, like I look at my boys sometimes and I just don't understand how certain of them are so relaxed, but like I always have a plan. I need to do something.
And if that shit if I'm not working towards the plan, I'm like,
bro, we content creators. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like a go lifestyle, and it's just like sometimes. You just see certain people be like, yo, it's not about everything. Like, my man's asking, why are you recording everything? But I'm like, yo, bro, this is just a memory. This is a moment, bro. Like, realistically, if I use this now or later, don't matter. Don't matter. It's just, I got it. Yeah, bro, I have it. Like,
yo, it's so crazy because I feel like I had to transform into that shit, bro. Like,
yeah, he was definitely less.
Not even just now, like when I started doing videos type shit.
Because before that, you feel like that was more your thing.
Playing ball, living life.
Yo, but you know what's so crazy though? You know what I think to like continue with that? You know what I think pushes that is a lot of pressures of society itself, of life. You know what I'm saying? You know when eventually, you know how he was saying his mom like, yo, make a plan, do this, do that. Eventually, you kind of like yo, I gotta start doing something. Like
something gotta click.
Imagine in high school. In high school, I didn't give a fuck. I was fucking smoking weed, trying to get my nut off, and playing ball. Like I wasn't doing nothing. Like I gave a fuck. Like that. It really like was leading me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like filler.
You see, but that's where like that's that cold shit right there. Like. Right there, I wish I had that sometimes. My mom, like, I did shit with my boys and shit, but bro, my life was like go home, do that fucking homework, and then it's like
you got free time basically.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, cool. Like that's why the music was everything to me because it was like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna not follow this woman's rules. Number one, like I just wanted to make my mom happy, like as a single mom. So that was that. But like that lifestyle of being a nigga that gets to. Like just be a little bit more lax or like like sometimes my boys wouldn't pass me weed, my boys wouldn't do Chris, like now they look at me and it's just like, yo, my nigga, you do everything, you should be Gucci, and I'm like, yeah, I like that shit, but at the end of the day, it's nothing new to me, the same way as it's nothing new to y'all. It's just I came to it a little later. So, I don't know. I think that shit is really interesting where you may think you're not doing shit, but it almost serves so much purpose to life later. Yeah. For like guys like us. Yeah. How you narrate your path and your story is a little different. So, that's why I say like, I think he even maybe misused the word. Like, I wouldn't say it's envious. I think it's just more like wishing to have an understanding more. Because like, and maybe envious is his word because there's a want there, like a heavy want. But I think that doesn't really ever stop with any of those type of people. But like it's always on go. Yeah, it's always on go.
Even when you relaxing, bro, it's still
on go. And it's like it sometimes it really does bother me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. The thing about what Cole's saying, I honestly agree with Chris. Like I feel like it was more of he wants to understand, right? Yeah. Okay. But the thing that people never realize, obviously, I can't exactly like 100% prove this because I'm not on that side of the fence. But people always think the grass is greener on the other side. For sure. Those people might think, damn, I wish my brain worked where like I see something and I could flip it creatively. You know what I'm saying? There's always like in society and life, there's always pros and cons and. One side, because they don't get the other side's understanding, they want what that side got and then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? There's never going to be 100%
a person who understands everything, you know what I'm saying? So there's always like not envious, but like he said, like a need of like, damn, I wish I could understand how that works.
See how that feels on the other side.
Because obviously you would want to have a brain where you could flip it, like, oh, I want to turn it on and off, right? You know
like
what I'm
a switch, bro.
You know, like have the best of both worlds, but it's just not. That's not how it works. You know?
And that's what I'm starting to realize, bro. It's like. I thought there were people that could do that, but like for me, what I'm seeing is not black and white, but it's either it's on all the time or it's never on.
Because it's never really off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The type of mindset we have, not started crazy, but the type of mindset we have is never really off. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm always like at home, and then that's why I get so stressed when I'm like not doing something.
I don't think that's even like a crazy thing. I think everybody has that switch for certain things. That's what it is. Like bro, if it could be, you could be the normalest person, but if you go to your job and something is off, that's what fucks with you, bro. That's what fucks with you. Like same thing as when we go to places, shit like that right there. If I'm in an interview or I'm in a podcast with my mans and the phone go off or some shit like that, it might throw me off in certain moments because it's like, how many times is that going on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's what happens. To someone else, they may look at that shit and just be like, yo, realistically, bro, like, it's just the phone.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep, but it is for me in the moment because it bothers, you know? I think everybody has their little...
Tics and shit.
Little tics and
people's brains all like, you know, they all have...
Especially with us, though, you led yourself so far in. You swam so far.
Yeah, like you really.
Bro, there is no that shore, that island that you were on.
I don't even see that shit.
It's not there no more, bro. My man said that shit to me one time. Like I went through like a little bit of a difficult situation.
Yeah.
Terrible performance one time, and my man looked at me and said to me, "Chris, why you put down all your music?" And I was just like, "Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't feeling this shit no more. Like, just." I don't know if that's there for me, like the artist shit. I'll keep doing what I gotta do in the studio, but I don't know. And he said to me, bro, you swam so far.
Hold on, bro. I just want to make sure because this shit is...
They keep shaking?
You hear that? But nah, man, my man told me that shit that one time. He was just like, yo, you swam too far out, bro, to go back. Like, he's like, there's nothing right now. He's like, it's just water. He's like,
you're just in the middle of that shit.
Yeah, with us and certain of it, and that's what it is. I think that's the anxiety. It's like, yo, bro, what am I doing? Am I swimming closer right now? Am I not? Like, how is the current pulling me? There's people that swim like that in life, and then you got the Dories. Like, finding Dory, finding Nemo, bro. You got a Dory. Just keep swimming. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is a fucking beauty to have that nature. And I think I have that sometimes, but I also know that there's this, like, coach in my mind that's just going mad hard. Like, bro, my mom was just real as, I don't even think it's like being a Dominican mom or nothing like that anymore. It's just being a mom. A single mom, bro, like, told me and my sister, like, yo, if y'all not gonna be anybody right now, like, you gotta figure this shit out. I looked at mommy like, yo, like, what you mean, like if I don't be somebody, like I'm like, yo, like, what if I don't get that, like, A, like, or like if I don't get that B plus, like, that's told me you can get out the car right now. It's just real sometimes like that, and she meant that out of love. My mom is the most loving person, but like,
that was
I think in those moments, bro, like, I was cool.
You're not thinking that way though, low key. When you're younger, especially, it's kind of hard to see.
The pressures of.
Oh yeah, true.
The pressures of what's just going on, bro. That's all it is, you know. So like,
it sucks though. I think it's really how society's set up though. Like, you can't really run from it. You know what I mean?
And some people fall to ills of just, bro, drinking, and any habit, any vice, anything. Bro, there's anything out there that could just pull you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that.
Because it kind of gives you a break. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and not saying that the people
comfort, I would say too.
And not saying that niggas that cool off are indulging in that shit all the time, but it's more like you notice that people like us are always moving through all of that shit. Like, sometimes you fucked up, sometimes you're not, and that's what it is. Your mind is always just like, yo, you know you're swimming, but you can feel that pain on your body. Like, yo, I'm blowing the shit out of my shoulder. Like, I might not be able to swim tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you're like, but I gotta push through mama shit. Like, you were too. And that's how it's always been with me. Like, that's why I said, like, from small spaces to big spaces, anything like that, I've tried to muscle through it. But I also feel that shit that Cole says, like, bro, sometimes you don't want that fucking pressure to muscle through. Like, you want to just fucking cool out. Yeah, bro. Even this feels comfortable to me. Like, to be able to have a conversation like this is in a everyday aspect, because sometimes people don't talk about getting to it or what's going on while they get into it in such of a calmer way, you know what I'm saying? But we just here as men, you know what I'm saying? Having a conversation. Yeah, bro. Really, to me, those are boss moves at the end of the day, because that's especially as men, that's understanding us in a different way, where you seeing like a scope into the emotion almost of what it takes to do what they do. And I think that's why, like, that's crazy to see Cole say that shit. Yeah. You'd never think you'd hear him say something. Even that word, that word, envious is a heavy word. You know what I mean? Word, well, he's using, it is a negative connotation, but yeah, like, it's such a heavy word. It's one of them deadly sins they call it, or whatever. Fuck all of that shit. Word. But it is one of the ones that they call as a deadly sin. So that's crazy that someone who has
that status and a lot of something
that
we a lot of people chase. A lot of people would.
Bro, I saw all the comments. Shit, I'll trade. But I'm like, yo, y'all not understanding what this man's saying, bro.
That, bro, a lot of people would trade, but they'll trade for the status that he's achieved, right? But they'll never put in the work. You know, they'll never do the shit that he had to do to reach that status. You get
bro, that whole shit that I was saying earlier, like, bro, You want to mimic the end result. Everybody wants that.
Because that's all you really see.
Yeah, like, how many motherfuckers actually want to sit there and bake a chocolate cake with frosting? Nah, bro.
I just want the cake, nigga.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's just
hungry, nigga. You want the food. Like, imagine, like, yo, bro, cooking. Cooking, you don't want to do the cooking. But then those crazy Chef Ramsay motherfuckers that love doing the cooking.
Make shit from scratch, bread from that. Yeah, bro.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That's what I'm saying. There's purpose for everybody.
Everyone. You know everyone. I mean? So, like, I think it's all about finding the love and within your, like, those are still corners of loving yourself. You gotta be okay with your mind working like that. Like, word to mother. This should be weird to me sometimes, because I'll sit back and I'll look at it and I'm like, damn, bro, like, I know who I was. Not before the artistry, because the artistry shit, I'm me completely. But you're having a good time, and sometimes you're just breezing through life, and you look at it and you're like, damn, nigga, that's me, but, like, is that really me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes,
it's you can't believe. More like an imposter syndrome type shit.
Yes, 100%. And that's something that, like, I deal with in certain moments, but I go hard on myself, because it's the coach aspect. It's like, you're just trying to make sure that what you're doing is so authentic, so real to you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what happens in certain moments. You get a little bit like, damn, like,
is this really me?
Yeah, or it's like I would like a little bit of that, dash of that life, you know, that relaxation, you know. But it's never worked. Like, my mom would tell me, yo, Chris, I think you need to take a break. And sometimes it's like, it's such a terrible, it's like, that's the most negative word in my mind.
A break, right?
Yeah. And I always wonder why. Like, why am I not allowing myself? But there's this certain consistency that I just want. Like, when I look at a Mayweather or whatever, I just think that there isn't a fucking break. Like, yes, there is, but that man works. For sure. Like, to still keep his body even like that and not have to fight so many fights.
40, 42,
something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then just the money, the endorsement deals, the ideas. It takes a lot. You have to. Oh, wow, damn. I'm so sorry. This is my mother. Hold on. I'm sorry. My fault, y'all. My fault, y'all. This girl right here. This is mommy on the phone. My fault. Mom, how you doing?
Doing well. You want to say happy birthday today? We're past Benjamin's bedtime.
Mama Dukes, I'm on a podcast right now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot this was the podcast that you were just going to tell everyone. I owe all my musical careers to my mother.
Yeah. I already brought you up. I told them that I named the studio after you.
Okay, wait. It's not named after me right now.
No.
You need me on that. Wait.
Nah. Yo, mommy. Nah, just put that on the phone real quick, and let me tell them happy birthday.
Picture me?
No, not at all. The camera's not even on you.
They want the camera on you. They're in there. No, they want the camera on me.
Nah. The camera's not even on you, Dad. But I just wanted to say happy birthday, all right?
Well, thank you, Chris.
All right, take care.
So, just tell them that
you breaking up, girl. Damn. North Carolina doing bad.
You on the record?
North Carolina doing bad.
Yo,
You breaking up. Yeah. I love you though.
North Carolina? Because
Take care.
Cole's doing that Dreamville Fest.
Yeah. Alright,
Drake.
Thank you.
I love it. Is that in pass already? That in pass already?
Nah, it's April 1st or 2nd.
Yeah.
Bro, $200, bro.
That's not bad.
At all, bro.
Like to go there or the ticket?
Nah, the tickets. But to go there, it was like $100 because I just looked just to see, but...
Might be a trip.
Maybe.
To where?
To Charlotte.
Charlotte? Yeah, bro. My family be living. That's where my family live, bro.
Word?
Yeah, that's where they at right now, bro. Family live in Charlotte, so like we always were from here, but you know, my mom and my pops, they worked hard enough. They went and started living out there. So it's better, honestly. I can't even lie.
They got a house out there?
Yeah, house. Yeah. So yeah, man. I'll be mad lucky to have the family that I have, bro. Like that's why I hustle. I understand that shit, bro. Like I be envious sometimes. My mom gave me such a great normal life. But then she gave me such a hustler's mentality. Just seeing her.
That's the both worlds type shit.
Yo, bro, my mom really hustled. And my stepfather, I call him my dad. I give my biological pops mad love because he a hustler at instance. I think that's what's in my blood as well with him. But watching my stepfather in the business category of how he just does his job, I don't really be knowing too much about it, you know what I'm saying? But like it's just like he worked for he worked for insurance and shit like that. So just seeing him work these like fixing situations and how much work he would just put in coming home like literally 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, be up at 5, back at the office at 7. You know, like that shit.
See, that's some shit people don't understand.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
yeah.
And when I do shit like that, even my family like looks at me like, yo, like what's wrong with you? Like, bro, you gotta do X, Y, and Z. Like, go sleep.
Yeah, bro.
This thing, I be telling him, I be like, yo, because for example, when we first met each other, we were both doing our own thing, right? Then we linked up, started, you know, we started this shit, bringing shit together. But now, everything I have, like these ideas, I've never had anyone to like
execute it with.
Bro.
Bring it up with.
Talk about it.
Like talk about it, right?
Yeah,
so sometimes that shit just play in my head. It kind of fucks me up, but. Now I be telling this nigga everything, and I be having to apologize sometimes. Like, okay, my fault, cause my brain works
crazy.
4 hours.
I know.
So I'll hit this nigga up at 4 or 5 in the morning, like you know what I'm saying, and then he'll text me back at like 9. Oh, my fault, gang. I just woke up, and I'll reply again right away. Like I was
that when my man's 40 films.
Oh shit! I was just talking to that nigga.
40 films is heavy, bro. 40 films is heavy. Like I've been so grateful for him because he's this. I haven't had a. Well, I can't lie. I have my man Shot by Mello. He's really amazing, but he's been.
They both from the city.
Shot by Mello. He's from New York, but he lives in Charlotte now. So I don't really get to see him as much. And 40's been the person that's just been picking up a lot of that energy for me right now to push videos because I'm always working in the studio, but that
get it out of there, you know.
Yeah, man, it's a hustle, bro. It's a hustle. A lot of like that. That's why I think
every aspect, bro. Like,
that's why I say I can't. I'm envious, but I'm not envious. Like I'm a nigga that's always like moving. I always have something to do, and I think that's also instinctively built in us as New Yorkers. Or like if you're a person that comes here, but we gotta think about it. Cole, like if just to revert it a little back to him, Cole came from North Carolina up to here for years, for a couple years, bro. You change. You start feeling the energy. The hustle, bro. And I think he has that now where it's like, yo, maybe he has moments where he's cooling, but he's like, yo, I want to be, I gotta beast up. I gotta be,
That's crazy you said, because I think that's how the music he makes reflects that, because he's always on and off that type of mode type shit.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I think that's what happens a bit with my music sometimes. Like, I have these moments where it's not like rage, like how I don't know, I love niggas like Trippie Redd and shit like that, but it's not rage like that. But I think more like in like a Kendrick Lamar sense, like, you know, when I think it's an aggressive ass voice where there are moments where you gotta unleash a certain energy because you keeping that shit in all the time. You doing this thing that you gotta do, and that's why I say like I definitely understand that back and forth. Like the hustler is the hustler, but just to be a human sometimes it's to be a fucking human, bro.
And it's crazy because like
gotta love it, man.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wish I I guess I do wish I had a switch to flip and shit like that. Sometimes I do wish I just turned it off or whatever. But like, there's nothing like you know when you tired, right? There's one thing to be tired. You're like, oh, I'm tired, but when you tired after you feel like you just got mad shit done, this kind of like a rewarding feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you're not just tired for nothing. Like yo, I just did X, Y, Z. I was pushing. Boom, 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 boom. I did this and that. You know what I'm saying? Then you start feeling like accomplished. Like yo, I'm really.
I think that would be like proving that shit to yourself too. At least for me, that's how I would feel, bro.
Yeah, because you ever set goals and then you don't reach them, you kind of let it go hard on yourself. Like damn, I should have. You know, I could have done more. I could have done this. And most of the time, I feel like that's the thing too. I don't know if it's because of how I was raised or whatever, but I always think that like it's not an external problem. It was from me. Like I could have went harder. I could have done X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, holding yourself accountable is like super important, you know, because a lot of people want the results. Like we said, they're not gonna hold themselves accountable in step 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 when you slacking off. You're not disciplining yourself. You're not doing.
Well, you gotta do it for the next 5 months straight. You know what I mean? It's a little different sometimes.
And people they're not gonna hold themselves accountable.
It's a huge habit. Accountability is like you have to build that into your habits. 100%. Like building that into your habits is such a heavy thing, especially I think in a lane of where you're gonna like follow what you follow what you really want to do. I think accountability is like one of the biggest things because you can't ease up almost on people like and on yourself. Like you have to almost understand that whatever you're going through is the moment. It's like straight up the moment. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. But sometimes you could be right and you gotta learn things and be wrong just to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very such a weird way of looking at it, but I think that's one of the biggest things that crosses a lot of people up in life, where they also to be successful sometimes you have to let go of accountability where you're like, I'm not looking at any of this shit, like it's just whatever I can account for is what I'm accounting for right now.
Just like do
you're just doing like I think almost like I think if a nigga like LeBron is getting all of those points, I don't think he's looking at every game. He's playing every fucking game. Like if it's just the average, that's how you're supposed to play it. So like what's accountable is accounted, but in the long run, this is what's accounted. Like, and I think there's certain moments where you could trip out. You could trip out a little bit on like. Cause you can hold yourself accountable for so much shit, bro, that you start looking at yourself like, yo, bro, I'm the problem. Maybe you're not really a fucking problem, bro. Like it gets there, bro. Relationships do it, bro. I've done it. I've been in relationships where I just be like, but why I feel like I'm the problem, but I know I'm not doing nothing wrong. Like,
that's actually a great question because usually we have a great topic to bring up. Usually we have younger people on. Like we talk about each, you know what I'm saying? We usually have younger people on the platform, shit like that. You know, you've been in the game longer than most of like the people we've had on, us definitely, you know what I'm saying? How is it like when it comes to the whole love life situation and shit like that? Because for example, I've always run into a problem. I've told them about it, if I'm talking to a girl, whatever, see that same mindset we talking about, she don't understand what I'm saying,
bro, what I'm Keep that money started over there.
Gotcha, no problem.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna ask you about the love part and shit. Like, not love, but just relationships. Because, like I said, it's kind of hard to. I always tell this. I was about to say this nigga, but I don't know why. But I always tell this nigga right, that the love part for me, like the relationship part, is kind of hard to explain what I be thinking. Why I'm putting so much time and effort into like what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving on go, and I need like. In a sense, like it's not only it's a passion, but like I need this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's part of me now. You know what I mean? So it's hard to explain that to someone. And you know, I'm sure you've had situations where you had to kind of balance the two and shit like that, because that's where the personal and the creative side sometimes they clash and they collide. You know what I'm saying?
I think when it comes to relationships, so even though I'm older at 27, I feel.
And by the way, I just meant because like you've been in the game long.
I respect it. There's still there's a gap. There's an understanding in that. For me, I would say my life as far as relationships have been a little bit different. I think like when I was in high school and shit like that, I was having fun with a lot of shit. And then I got really serious with one shorty for like 9 years. And I was...
Just like me, for real.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very grateful. Very, I learned a lot through that.
So from when to when? Like what's when?
2012... Oh, I'm sorry. It was like almost about to be 9 years. So it was 2012 to 2020. Yeah.
Man, that's a good
right. Yeah. So it was that, and yeah, bro. It was,
you beat me, shit.
Yeah, he beat you. Like, I ain't gonna lie. That's from when
people thought the world was ending.
The world was ending. For real. That's from when niggas started the world about to end. The world was ending. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So
almost a decade.
Yeah. So it was very interesting, and she definitely understood what I think I made a lot of people understand when I was young what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, I didn't know how. They saw me playing music, recording. There's like little videos of me in 10th grade recording in Catholic school in the classroom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me on the corner, like shit like that. Like, this shit that was always there. I was always going for music. But when it got to this point of taking it very serious, I would say in 2015, she definitely understood it in the beginning. I think any woman's biggest gripe is the female. I think they have this issue of female fans and what's gonna come to us, and I understand that. I respect
like when it comes to the lifestyle part.
Yeah, but I think if it depends on what type of man you are.
Right.
If you want to choose your woman and you're gonna choose that, and you cool, y'all rocking. But sometimes the lifestyle may it's too much smoke and mirrors, so maybe she can't see that, and I think that maybe that's what I dealt with a little bit, like too much smoke and mirrors. That maybe you weren't ready. Yeah, bro. I that's what I'm saying. We were dealt different cards. We started dating, but then I moved to London. That was a 9-month long distance relationship.
Hey, yo, that's hitting your heart right now.
Oh, okay, copy. All right, see, I don't really know.
She's literally in London right now.
All right, so yeah, and I did two weeks. I only saw her out of that time frame.
Damn,
so
yo,
try to
you
see
about
her.
to burst the teeth.
Yeah, nah, bro. Try to see her as much as you can, bro, my brother.
Hold on, 2 weeks out of 9 months, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How
was it right next to each other, or was it like
Christmas break? She came to London, and then. What's it called? Spring break. I came home.
But how long? How deep were y'all into the relationship at that point? Like
7 months.
So you're only 7 months, and then you added 9 months.
9 months. We didn't spend our first year anniversary.
A lot of people wouldn't make it. I'm a lot of people. I wouldn't have made that. I swear.
Yeah, nah, bro.
And it's not It's not like a damn. I have no self control. Like, you know, I'm fucking London bitches. It's more like. Bro, that distance, like, it's just so hard.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
So for me, it was more like I was not happy to be there.
Yeah.
I was a senior in high school, so I just started my
high school.
I started my senior year. This is 2012, so like I started my senior year.
Damn.
Yeah.
And started my senior year. Crazy, bro. Yeah, bro. Like I started my senior. This shit is crazy because it feels like yesterday sometimes.
A little longer than that.
But like, a lot longer. It's a lot, but it feels like yesterday. Because how I could see everything.
That's crazy. Isn't that crazy how memories work?
Yeah, bro. More would feel like yesterday is coming back home. The feeling of coming back home and.
Like that
just
nostalgia.
Smell the food on the stove getting it. Just you know, like, and just having that ambition, because like, bro, I think once you actually just to go back to the artist thing, I think when you go lose a shorty in your artist life with relationships, you learn. You learn. 100%. You need this shit, bro. Sometimes certain people are there to teach you so much, like. That relationship gave me so much confidence, but hard love confidence. Like, there were moments where I just didn't understand certain things. Why there was a feeling. I felt like I was giving it my all. As a man, I grew up like, yo, I'm not trying to be my pops. So that's the only reason why I wasn't out doing the most or anything like that. I might talk to a shorty, flirt with a shorty, whatever, but my girl is my queen. So at the end of the day, I'm not here to fuck that shit up. And if you really helping me, you really helping me. So that was my rock. And I felt like that was my rock for the moment. And it's hard in this life because you could get a lot of love. Shit could go really down.
Yeah.
A woman can choose to doubt however she wants, the man.
Yeah.
I always used to tell my previous, yo, this is a chessboard. And I'm on your chessboard and you're on mine. But you're a queen. I'm a king.
Mm-hmm.
We both can move at any direction that we want. Up, down, left, right, diagonal.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta move unlimited amount of spaces. If there's space, you can move. You could go out really far. I might lose you. If I let you go out really far, I might lose you.
I might be
deep as shit.
That's a clip.
And nigga, he said it.
Nah, word true. Like I might lose you.
Yeah.
Like, and if I fuck around trying to fuck around on one little, I'm exposing myself. It doesn't.
Damn, that's the doozies though. If you expose yourself,
the pawns.
Feel me? If you expose yourself, you out here trying to just fuck around.
Yeah, bro.
You get fucked over. You're done.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a chessboard. There's a lot of things.
Yo,
There's a lot of perspective.
I always hear that like life to chess comparison.
Yeah.
And I've never played chess a day in my life, but. Like the comparison when you could really break something down into just like this game is so fucking. Crazy.
That's how I move with. I think everything is a strategy and a tacticalness. So I think with relationships as an artist, you have to move like that. You have to understand what are you providing this person and what is this person providing you and what is the understanding. Like I always used to tell that as well. There's you, there's me, and there's us. You know what I'm saying? I gotta focus on all of those. And I was a heavy nigga in the beginning, again, because I didn't want to be that disappointment to like my mom as being a cheater or anything like that. I focused on her and us. And then it was me. This was just like, all right, foundation. If I'm in here, it's foundation. We clocking. We trying to get this better life. But it's like, whatever it is. Because now I have someone. I'm not me, just by myself. Yeah, so like, and now even when it's me by myself, it's okay, my nigga, what we doing? Like we have more ambitions or we have more room to do whatever the fuck we want to do. So are we fucking around or are we getting to it? Yeah, you know. So for me, not that I dodge relationships or dodge women, but I entertain what I entertain. I have a conversation and shit like that. But I look more for understanding of like who I really want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Are you my friend? Or are you someone that I really feel like you could be around this, build, not get distracted maybe, you know what I'm saying, by anything. You know, and that does not matter to me. Like, bro, I don't want a woman that's a fucking a stiff that doesn't talk to any of the niggas in the room. Nah, like I'm just talking about be your own woman, be strong, be independent. I don't give a fuck. Like be comfortable. Not that my previous wasn't that, but I think that certain things just weren't for her.
Right.
It just wasn't for her, and that's okay. And that's what people gotta understand. So like for us as artists, you're gonna have moments. Nobody like Nip, I think, said or some shit like that. Nobody's your possession at the end of the day. So for why you have them is why you have them, and that's your memory. You hold it, and what you learn is what you learn. But I think the person that you can find that hits, shit, that's that. You know when you lock in. You're Jay to Beyonce to Jay. It's undeniable. It doesn't. You can have that elevator moment, but it's undeniable. There's an understanding, and I think we had our elevator moments, but there was just a point where we can't ride this elevator no more.
Yeah.
You think we gotta leave this building. I gotta leave this building. You can stay. This gotta go. And, you know, and that happens with anybody. I think for everybody.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Even if it's not
growing process.
Yeah. Especially from young man and woman.
Yeah, imagine 9 years.
Bro, we 66. She's a year. She was just
adulthood.
Yeah, bro. She was just a year older. You know what I'm saying? So it was like 16, 17, and now we here at this point. Yo, bro, I just understood it. I was like, yo, okay, cool. Like this is real life. You know, you gotta learn. But and as a man, you have to know how to move. You know, after the fact. Yeah, bro. There's a lot
of.
I was just gonna ask
you after the fact. Like, was it like a big shift in like maybe? Did you get less productive, more productive? Like, how did that affect you? Shit?
I think I'm extremely productive, but sometimes as a man, personally, I think. I like a relationship. So at the end of the day, there's like and I don't have my family here at home. So yeah, it's a little bit more lonely. Yeah, I work a lot. Like, and I got my family, brother. Like the La Sala team and family is amazing. I give all my guys credit. Angelo, fucking Saki, my brother, Nico, bro. There's so many guys that I could just name, bro. M. Dot, Benz, so many of the fellas. They here with me a lot of the time. So sometimes that's why I say, like, I'll be in the corner just watching the guys enjoy doing what they gotta do as part of the team, because to me it's like, yo, I've been doing this for such of a long time that sometimes I feel like this is maybe what deteriorated my relationships or my hope to have the relationship. And that's why I kind of just focus it's like a lone wolf type of thing. I'm just focusing really hard. Whoever's part of the pack, I don't even expect people to be part of the pack. Like I said, it's many chessboards. I don't look at it as there's just one. I'm the main character. No, I'm the main character in my chessboard, but I gotta be a side character for all of us here. Like, whatever you need me to play, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I lead my life. You know, so that's why. It's tougher now because I had something to
kind of really fall back on yourself,
care a little bit more for. Right now, sometimes I feel like I'll do the business or I'm doing everything that I'm doing, and it's just like, all right, but where's all of this gonna go? Or like, if we raising the price for studio time, like, where is it going? Like, is it going to something that's gonna better everyone that's coming over here, all of our creative situation, or is this just going for me to go buy more sneakers and some bullshit? That's bullshit to me.
Yeah. Yo, does that ever make you feel like actually like crazy, bro?
What? Yeah.
That feeling, bro?
Yeah, bro. Because a girl, not that a girl makes you spend money, but that relationship.
No, not even. Like,
that's why I said for me it makes me, because like for me this now makes me feel crazier because a little bit lost in the path, because the shorty had me feel like, okay, that love that you put into that and the foundation, if you're gonna treat your girl like a girl, you know what I'm saying, like that makes you feel like as a man, yo, I'm coming home. Like, especially as an artist, or if you own your own business, yo, bro, you bring that chicken home every night, or you create,
you got
it's
your
like
own way type shit.
Yeah, bro. So that goes back to that understanding, like, yo, bro, there might be a night I'm not bringing chicken home, but I'm bringing this idea home, and I'm like, yo, I think this song might hit. But maybe that's not what she want to hear right now.
It's nothing
like, yo, maybe we need a trip, we need a vacation. So that does drive me crazy, because now I'm offering this shit to myself.
Yeah.
But I'm
you gotta sell it to yourself type shit. But you can't do that if it's back and forth.
Bro, I just started going to the movies by myself.
Yo, swear to God.
Yo, I heard that's a good ass vibe.
Yo,
like, I've never done that. I've never done it not one time in my life.
Yo, y'all should do it.
I remember, I
just did it like a month ago now, bro.
I
seen Creed, bro.
Me too. Same thing.
That was not a month ago.
Yeah, bro.
Like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Damn, I want to go see Creed. I should do it.
That was 3-3. That's a month.
I should do that shit.
Yeah, go watch that.
I was literally gonna
go watch it, bro.
Especially Creed.
I like Creed. I wanted to watch Creed, but then you know, there's always a constant need. Like, someone they don't make it socially acceptable to do some shit like that. Like, go to watch a movie.
Nobody cares, bro.
I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't give a fuck about what people think about it. It's just like in the back of your mind, like, damn, would I enjoy this with another? But really, if you can enjoy your own company, bro, you can anyway. You know what I'm saying? Bro. I remember there was one time, I don't remember where I was in my life, like what was going on, but I remember I was going through it, right? And I was walking by, I don't know where the fuck I was. I'm talking, I must have been in college, and I used to do everything to just avoid college. Yeah. Like, I was there, I went to school, because, I don't want to tell my mom, I don't want to be there.
Yeah, I hear that.
I went to school, so I would walk. I walked deep. I'm talking about far, like miles, right?
So,
and I seen the movie theater, right? I'm deep. And I seen the movie theater, I'm like, damn, like, I should go just watch it by myself. Like, I went in there. I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing anything I'm supposed to. I might as well, right? I went in there. I remember just standing. I was snuck into the theater. I ain't had no break. But I forgot what movie was playing. But I was just standing there watching it. I really got lost for like 30 minutes. I'm like, yo, this is like comforting. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're in there. You get your snack, whatever the case may be.
But like, I'm about to go.
Nah, it's a vibe, bro.
That's crazy that you feel like niggas feel like they can't do nothing.
Bro, that was a problem. That was not a problem. I don't want to put that on her like that. But in my past relationship, that was one of like the issues. Like, I could do things like going out to eat alone.
Yeah.
I don't mind that shit, bro. I really, really don't mind that shit. Especially like if I'm doing a whole day in here, working and everything, bro. I don't mind that.
I'll go get some tacos.
Yeah,
or some shit.
Or like I'll go sit at a restaurant, bro. Dead ass, have my drink, my good ass food, and I enjoy that shit. And I come back to the studio and I feel better. I'm not eating McDonald's. It's no bullshit. I went out, you know, like. Sometimes as a man, bro, I've read some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah.
Men go to the bathroom just to have silence.
Yo, that, I ain't gonna lie though.
They spend an average.
You really did that though?
I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Right
It's
now,
like 7 hours a week.
I seen that.
If I'm not mistaken,
I seen something. I don't know the percentage or whatever.
It was like 7 hours a week we spend in the bathroom.
Just chilling, man.
Cause bro, you ever thought about how peaceful the bathroom is? For real,
Bro.
like shower, taking a shit. Nigga, you ever took a shit? You like, I'm vibing right now.
Just chilling, bro.
Chilling, like.
Bro,
I could get lost on the toilet for like 3 hours. Like if I'm really
and that's
chilling,
no phone too, bro.
No phone. I'm talking about.
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
So realistically, like, I think doing things alone, man or woman, is very, very, very important. I think that was, again, to circle back to relationships for us, that shit is hard too, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We are always on the move, so sometimes you can't come with me where I gotta go.
Yo, and that's a
certain environments, I don't want to place you.
I don't even want you in there. I don't want you around that at all. And they might not understand why. They might think it's for the wrong reasons.
Right. No, but it's not. It's not even about that. It's just like, yo.
If I have a partner and I'm in these spots and I'm in these places, I know the type of characters that are there.
That are around there, right?
Yeah.
I don't even want to be here. I'm here because it's more of a.
I'm doing what I gotta do.
Yeah, this is business for all of us, bro. We all grown men. If you really understand it, it's business. And I think that it takes a certain woman to understand that for a relationship, and a man to understand that. There are so many boss women out there. My previous was a boss woman to me. She got to it. It didn't matter what it was. Yeah. She always had her income coming in, all of that shit, holding it down. If things were a little slow, I had help. I was there. I saw it. Mm-hmm. So I say I give it up. It's just that relationship ain't work.
Yeah. No, yeah, this lifestyle was young too.
This lifestyle ain't for everybody. So a hustler lifestyle, some men just don't know how to let a woman be the hustler.
Yeah,
too.
Facts.
So that's why I say it's a give and take for anybody. But like, bro, that if you could learn how to be alone.
It makes
my man said this to me the other day, and this goes for any relationship. If you know how to be alone, you're good before the person was there. You're good when the person is there, and you'll be fine when they fucking leave.
Facts.
You be Gucci.
And that's relationships, friendships, family.
Because that's just, because you gotta be with yourself.
You know, people throw a lot of their their source of happiness or things like that or comfortability into other people.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
they almost even throw it into fear.
Oh yeah. What do you mean by that?
Because
before.
They throw that because realistically, you throwing that shit into fear. You have a fear of you want happiness. You want so like. You want their happiness. You don't have it, so you need them all the time, and you think that that's what it is, but it's not. Yeah. So I feel like you're scaring yourself into it. Like realistically, like that's the way that I look at it sometimes, and that's how I used to feel. Like I used to be like, yo, bro, like, are you scared to just not have me in your life or what? Like I'm here, I'm here still. I'm always here, but that's this life, bro. I used to tell her that too, bro. It's a kite. It's a kite. You gotta let some people in your life really fly. Yeah, bro. You're not really holding somebody's string, bro. Like that's dead ass life, bro. And that's why sometimes it's like, yo, bro, you gotta know how to be alone. You gotta know how to do your own self.
I think a lot of people struggle with that.
Definitely. That's something I'm like.
But it's tough for us. I feel like it's just us. We need support.
Like artists, creative, just anything.
Yeah. But if you're a sports player, you need your family. You need people being like, yo, you're gonna do this, and that shit is not easy.
But you know, it's scary because sometimes when, especially in the type of lane we're in, if there's those people who don't see it. Some people really don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of learn how to like keep going regardless. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Do y'all ever feel like people to flip it on y'all? Do y'all ever feel like y'all have had people that are with y'all for the ride for a while? But then you start seeing the fuse go out. Like, you know they believe in you, but it's like you're watching the light bulb fuse in and out. Like, and it's tough, bro, because it's not that they gon' bandwagon, because you know if you make it tomorrow, they with you. But it's one of those things sometimes where you be sitting there like,
it's like,
damn,
your drive is up here and you start seeing the decline.
Yeah, because you're like, yo, I'm getting closer, but you know this person been with you from shit. Yeah, and like, yeah, you getting better, but maybe shit isn't still where it's at for either one of us realistically. So they're now starting to like see it like, all right, bro, I'm slowing up on the vision a little bit. So I don't know if y'all ever felt like that, because I think that's how things are.
I'm happy you say that, because that's one thing I be trying to do, like working together. It's more of, this is all brand new to me, right? So I feel like in my case sometimes I'm always the behind the scenes, whatever. Yeah. Right? I'm not used to being in front of the camera. Now I am, but you know, it's definitely a learning process and it's growing and shit. But I don't ever want it to be a point where it's like you said, the fuse is starting to go out. Like I'm always trying to keep that shit up, and that's why I'm telling this nigga, just keep that shit.
Yeah, and I even have to talk to him not that long ago, because I don't want it to be a case where like it's the same thing for me. Like when I first started this shit, it's not like we've been in this shit for a minute. But when I first started this shit, I was dully completely like nobody around me really got what I was going for. They didn't share the same drive or
passion or whatever.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was hard, but then we linked up and it was like, oh, it's like we both got the fuse relit. It's even lit even more, you know what I'm saying? But then you could kind of see that sometimes it's hard, because you might want a result, but like I said, you got to push yourself sometimes, so it'd be a little uncomfortable. And I know that he wasn't really comfortable being in front of the camera, so I always have to ask him at first, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I believe you could do this, but I also don't want to push you
too hard.
And it kind of, you know,
that's a big thing too,
but
bro.
It's like,
bro.
I knew he could do it, and he started doing it and started going. But then sometimes I feel like it's like I told you this the other day. I'm like, I don't think
go ahead.
Most people. I don't feel like most people have the same drive as me. Like, and that's not towards him. That's not towards anybody. I just feel like me personally, the way I obsess over it, it might not even be healthy. I don't think most people do that. So I apologize to him sometimes, like, yo, sorry if I'm overwhelming you or anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that like I'm just jamming it on your head.
That's how I am as well, bro. I'm mad tough.
It's definitely like more of a kind of. I feel like we be talking about this in some of the other episodes, like more of an opposite type thing. You know, I got used to the fact, like you said, you know how you talk to niggas, nobody had the same drive and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I kind of consumed all of that, and like I was like, fuck it, I'm do it by myself all the way.
For sure.
So when I met somebody that could like match that shit, it was kind of hard to keep up the communication, because when you by yourself so long, you give yourself that space to be like, all right, I'm going through some shit right now, or I'm dealing with life shit right now, so I can kind of
tone it right now.
But when you're doing shit together, it's kind of you gotta be firing on all cylinders all the time type shit. You know what I'm saying?
And it definitely could get exhausting and shit like that, but I be trying to tell him, like, listen, when it gets hard, it's gonna get hard for sure. Like, and I be telling him, yo, we don't just keep it creative. Sometimes it's like, well, everything in our lives are pretty much creative now. I mean, like, sometimes we just talk about life in general. Like, just life, not videos, not music, not whatever, just life, not podcasting, just
the way,
just how life works in general.
If,
as a creative too, it's a lot of parallels in what you're doing with just life in general. You get what I'm saying? So we talk about it, and I'll be telling him, I'm like, I know maybe it's hard to push through sometimes, because, you know, life weighs on you sometimes. That shit fucks you up, and it might fuck your motivation up, but it's gonna be like, we're gonna be so glad that we did it.
When you get to that,
gonna be there.
Yeah, I be telling my boy all the time, like, yo, you think this is hard right now, but we really, when we want what we want, you gonna realize how hard we gonna be working. We got it, but we gonna have to work, because we're gonna keep going. That's just what it is. Yeah, there's no stopping this. There really is no stopping. Like, we go to the wheels for a lot. You know, and I think that's why, like, when you have people that are really well balanced, I think, and this is not even just relationships with women or anything, but like, you see, to have a relationship, a working relationship, friendship, all of that 100%. Stuff, you have the perfect balance with people. That shit works so well.
That's why people say we're a good thing, because I'm like, bro. Like, I'm just like explosive. He's a little more. He could tell me, that's how. Sometimes you need to look at it at this angle. You know
my boy Angelo, I call him Low all the time. Like, yo, that's how I look at him all the time. Same thing like how you said. I feel like I'll be extremely shooting ideas left, right, all this crazy shit. But I'm just like, yo, my fault. Like, I know, like you understand it. And then maybe you might tell me something, but I might tweak out like on some Kanye shit in my mind. Cause like, yo, he was just, bro, nah.
And I know that's how he used to feel.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so hard to like, damn, maybe they really don't understand.
Yeah,
like, it sucks.
Bro, I like to be extremely transparent, bro. Like the other day, we were talking about just cranking up the engine, bro. Just like going hard on certain things. And I'm just like, but I had brought it up like on myself, like, yo, I need to crank up the engine myself. I know I'm going hard, I'm doing this, that, and the third, but there's just another corner that there's another dial that I gotta hit.
You know, and
I'm telling them like, I'm trying to find it. I know what it is, but I'm not experienced in this lane yet. So I'm trying to figure this out. And I understood him when he said the word lazy, but the word just cranked me the fuck out. Cause I'm like, I just told you I gotta crank up the engines. And that's that Kanye shit sometimes in my mind where I'm like, damn, my fault. Cause I may over explain for like 10 or 15 minutes now to him why I'm going this hard and this, that, and the third. Like he did just listening to me like a fucking brother, bro. And that's appreciate him to fucking death because it's like, I don't know how certain people could do it. I do that for certain people, you know, many artists. Yeah, but like, I look at it as, that's my man's, bro. Like, he knows me as just a regular nigga and then this shit. So it's like, so why give a fuck about it sometimes, you know? But he gives a fuck about it and he'll sit there and listen to me rant my shit off. And then he'll bring me down to earth. And it's just like, yo, bro, I ain't mean it like that. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is how you gotta. And we all need that, bro. That balance in relationships, that understanding, bro. It's really that word, bro. It's as simple as that. If somebody gives you understanding, you can go so far with where goals, anything, whatever you're looking for out of a mutual relationship, you can see so many things grow really, really well. And I think that's what it takes with anything and everything as far as relationship wise. Yeah. Because
understanding is a big part. The scariest thing for, I think, humans in general is...
Save that real quick.
Yep.
I think it's humans in general, you know, that understanding shit is so important because one of the scariest feelings, it goes back into the loneliness shit. Because at the end of the day, we are social creatures, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people fear feeling alone. And the thing about being alone, it's not, people always think about it in the physical sense, but when you mentally alone, like, the scariest shit is being misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? When you feel like nobody...
You feel like you can't talk to nobody, you can't express yourself.
How do you do that? How do I tell you about something you have no idea? Like, I cannot... We can't touch base anywhere. Because how you...
That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I look to do with the music. Honestly. Like, lately I've been providing like a club drill type sound because I want the city to like really like stop trying to kill drill. I think that shit could make people dance in the club and go crazy.
It depends on the drill. I also depends on what they...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm working on like a club.
On the, you know what I mean?
Projecting on it. I have a whole different take on that. But the music that I usually make is that, like, trying to explain to a person exactly like that pressure, bro. Like how do I explain to you every fucking emotion that I'm going through right now? Because there is doubt, but there's so much confidence in this shit. So it's to explain someone the balance in such a direct form is not the easiest thing sometimes. Yeah. You know?
And that's what I was like, that feeling right there is what I was trying to get at when I asked is like, does that shit make you feel crazy? Because you basically have to sell yourself as an artist. Not like in for money or whatever, but you have to, if you want to, you have to explain certain shit, but then you don't believe it all the way through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have
sometimes maybe you drag it a little bit. You like how they say it's dramatization. Yeah. Shit like that. I mean, it'll drive. I think it depends on how you write. Some niggas care about what they saying in the songs. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of niggas don't.
And a lot of niggas don't. Like me, like on my next project, like I really start one of the songs on like they said they don't know the pressure. Lately they calling me manic obsessive. I gotta tell them it ain't what it seems just to understand me in my current position. Like that. I gotta tell you it ain't what it seems just to understand me in my current position. It ain't. I don't care about it being lyrical miracle. It's the lyricalness in that is just how real I'm keeping it.
Yeah, like that's exactly how you feel.
You don't know the pressure. Yeah. Lately they calling me manic obsessive. Like. But of course it's manic and obsessive to do this shit because you want this shit so bad. You have such of a pressure on your back to fulfill a goal. Like it's like telling somebody I'm gonna shoot a video and it's coming out on this day. If it never comes out on that, it doesn't matter if it's 10 people, bro. Those are your 10 people. You are on your word. Your word is bond. And that's the way that I look at it with this shit. So yeah, it drives me crazy sometimes because I'm like, that's that imposter syndrome shit where you're like, yo, is this real? Like, am I really, really this right now? You know, and it's not, I don't know if that's a mental health thing or whatever, because I don't want to bank on that or like put it, because people who really go through things go through real shit. But like, I think that's one of those like first world fucking issues with us. There's a first world issue with us. You know what I'm saying? We were given Instagram, we were given all this shit, so now you thinking to yourself, I've really said to myself, like, yo, bro, if I ain't know how many numbers it was or anything, or how many actual followers I had, I'd just be fucking putting out yo, like, word of mother.
Give you a whole different.
Bro, imagine a basketball game back then with no electronics or nothing. You're not seeing every point you score when you look up. Them niggas is writing, tallying. Will Chamberlain, 100.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I say. Like, yo, bro, I don't. Like, so it drives me crazy sometimes because I'm, like how y'all said, like being 27, relationships, this music shit, all of it. It drives me crazy.
That gotta be like such a big pressure, like a weight.
Hell yeah, bro. I feel young as fuck, but I have moments where I'm like, yo, I have so much of a depth in certain parts of my life where it does feel crazy because you're doing the best to really show every moment. Like that's what I said. Like London feels like yesterday to me, but I never said it. I never spoke on it really the way that I should have or I could have. Where I'm at right now, my growth and where I could talk to y'all about London like on a song. Like if I was there yesterday on the flight, you know what I'm saying? And I love that because it's like, all right, if I fly back out there, I'm back in motion. Like it's dope. Like that's a fire ass feeling, and it could drive you crazy because that's that goal where you're like, damn, I gotta get back to that right there, or like I want to feel like that. And I think that's what, for me at least, that's what drives me a little bit crazy in my own box or whatever when I'm going through it, because it's just like you just want that understanding with yourself almost like.
Well, it's
okay to be yourself, man. It's okay to be this, like, you know, like I love that movie fucking Step Brothers because it got Will Ferrell and I forgot what.
I think I seen that.
John C. Reilly, bro, he's a drummer, bro. The nigga's just older, bro. The nigga's a drummer and this nigga sings opera, bro. You know, and bro, they still lived their fucking their lives, bro. Like, and I'm not saying to be that fucking loose with it, but at the end of the day, it's like, yo, we have to have those moments. We have to. You have to be okay with.
Like you said, it's a balance with everything, bro. You can't. Like you said, you can't just like give this everything. You know, like give it everything, but don't give it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I've been trying to learn that shit, bro. Like
I've been trying to learn that shit. Like,
bro, getting to sleep, like it's important.
It's hard because you really forget the whole like. You gotta take care of yourself. If you really wanna, like, LeBron didn't get all-time scoring from just fucking eating McDonald's every day. That nigga,
or not just working out every day either.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not only physical. It's not like he hit the gym every day. You know he was resting.
Bro,
your mind gotta be just as strong as your body, bro. If not, your shit you gonna crash out.
Your body's a vessel, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. So like I think that's the reason why. Cause like I think all of us have this instinctive chase. That's why I said, like, it doesn't matter, I think, on the scale, whether you're creative, a hustler, or just you might work at a fucking supermarket all your life or whatever, but you have this instinctive, like, want and need to live your lifestyle how you want and be okay with what you are and have, you know? And I think that's the beauty in everything at the end of the day. Even what we do like nowadays with podcasts, like to be able to listen to a full body range of a convo that bro, it has spectrum. It's a full spectrum. Yeah. We could be talking about women, we could be talking about the music industry, all of this thing. It kind of just all makes you feel at home with the idea of how everyone speaks in the commonality of their home, you know? It gives you a scope of things. So I think that kind of centerizes everything to not make it feel as crazy, but
it's still there though.
It's still there. It's still there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, you definitely just gotta like learn that shit. It's never gonna stop being a learning process. Yeah. So I guess also being
nothing is one sided.
Being okay with, and I think people like, you know, they want the end result so bad. It's like, bro, life is so. You said it one time on one of our pods, like, bro, like, imagine really trying to, like, people don't really realize. Imagine really trying to learn everything that life has to offer.
Yeah.
You'll never stop. That's impossible.
Yeah.
You're never gonna stop learning from the day you're born to the day you die. You're always continuing, like, just learning. And people gotta realize, like, you never know. Nobody knows everything, bro. Impossible.
Exactly. Not at all.
Yeah, you kill yourself trying to, like, trying to do that.
Yeah, and I think and almost even more so, not even kill yourself, but to make it like a little bit more of a positive connotation, like for people out there, I think it's more like you blinding yourself, bro. Like some people want to be in the light and like or stare at the light, and it's like, yo, bro, you gotta go through that dark tunnel sometimes. You gotta just see only that little fucking hole of light, and you walking in any direction. You still see the light, but you don't know if it's getting bigger, if it's just staying smaller.
If you in a maze or not, you don't know what
you hear, nothing. You gotta go through those moments. We all have to. If you want to be successful for yourself, you have to go through those moments because 100%. I think that's what makes you're your life. You're your own life coach. You know what I'm saying? If we're fortunate enough to have our parents with us, because like shout out to all my fellas and women out there that don't have like. Bro, a parent, I've heard of it, bro. Parents that have left, whether it's passing or parents that have just, abandoned, anything like that. You gotta be your fucking life coach. You come out sometimes with a family or no family, but you walking out by yourself every time.
That's a accountability thing I was saying. Like, you gotta realize, like, eventually it's up to you, bro. It's your life. It's not in nobody else's hands.
Yeah, bro. Word to everything, bro. It's just you gotta just go hard. Everything in life is about going a little bit harder than you may think you need to. Cause
you gotta push that.
Yeah, it's never good. Yeah, exactly. The bar will always go higher. You can't just do fucking 50 push-ups every day and think you're gonna look like Mike Tyson. It's just not gonna work.
So definitely not hit like that.
Bro.
That nigga was a savage.
We're saying like 1,000 squats a day and shit like that. That's fucking crazy.
That nigga, and I know everybody around him was like, nah, this nigga.
It's crazy.
But that nigga was crazy. Like, he was like, I want to eat his heart. Like, he was wild. Like, he wanted it done. Like,
Spinal.
He was bugging.
You did the Michael Jackson voice right there.
I did the Michael Jackson. I was trying to get the Mike Tyson. I got the wrong Mike. Damn.
That's my guy, though. That's my guy. That's just like super, super duper inspirational to me as well. I feel like, I don't know, I've always like, I like his attitude. It's funny, I'm a Cancer. He's a Cancer as well. So, so like, I like, you're a Cancer as well?
You're not a Cancer.
Wow.
You're not a Cancer, but it's that he's like real into the
astrology. I'm not real into
come
it.
on, buddy.
I'm not real
into it, bro.
I'm not real into it. I know about shit.
You know them niggas that be on IG and they be like sharing on their story like this shit?
Oh, okay. I don't share my joint. I might read it every once in a blue moon. I can't follow that. Like,
nah, bro.
He wakes up every morning and waits for the post.
He's chatting right now, bro. I'm telling you right now. He's chatting.
His fucking thing.
What I will say is, like, I fuck with, like, it's cool sometimes. Like, you read it sometimes. My girl likes that shit too, so she be telling me, I'm like, word?
Yeah. Honestly, it gives you a little bit of an insight, I think, to somewhat of yourself or more of an understanding of, I guess, you meet certain people and it's almost like they fit a little bit of the description. Some of it, like, it's so weird. Like,
I'm not so against astrology thing. I'm just so against how people use anything. Like, like, for example,
use religion, bro. People do that shit, bro.
In order for someone to just feel better about themselves, they don't want to be like, oh, these decisions, that accountability. They don't want to be like, yo, this was on me. I fucked up. I'm gonna learn from it. I'm gonna do better. Nah, they gotta be like, I'm such a Cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no, bro. Like, I be telling people,
like, society in general just ducks.
People be like, yo, a Cancer's emotional, and I'm like, yeah, I'm emotional, but like, what are you talking about?
Like, how is that a bad thing, a positive thing?
Not even that. Like, sometimes I'm like, yo, motherfucker, I might cry at the movies, like in the Creed 3 scene if something happens that's sad as fuck.
I'm not gonna
there's a scene. There's a scene. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna kill it. Like, yo, bro. Fam, that shit hit my heart, and I'm like, damn. But at the same time, it's like, bro, I'm not gonna cry if I gotta, like, if I'm really, really tired and I gotta live, like, if it's really about, like, yo, I gotta stand for mine right now. This is not no emotional shit. It's about, bro, are you respecting my fucking boundaries? Any of those things. That's where all of that shit, like, I think it's crossed. Like, people come and start taking people like, yeah, this Aries motherfucker is super aggressive. Bro, I met mad cool ass guys that are Aries, mad calm and shit like that. Like, super, super smooth. So with Mike, I just think that it's dope because if you feel like a Cancer and you read that shit, yeah, he's that definition. It's that he gives me that confidence of like, no, you're not just emotional, you real, nigga. Like, you like pigeons, you like real shit. Like, that's what's for you. But you knock a motherfucker out, bro. You got the technique to do that if you needed to, and like that. Also, I guess it's just the ambition and hustle, bro. From nothing to something. Like, that's just what I'm really
my
about.
mom's Cancer too.
Yeah, bro. So I don't know. It's just like it's family loyalty, a lot of like type of shit like that with me. Where I see that in some of these guys, where I'm like, damn, bro, they loyal to themselves, they loyal to their movement, how they fucking live their life and their ethic, and I fuck with that. Guys like, you know, like Pac. I don't know, that those were just like men that I used to look at like, alright, copy. This is maybe the model that I kind of want to be. I need to be me.
That you want.
Yeah, I would like Hove, all that type of shit. Kanye, I love him. He's just himself at the end of the day. But
I see the.
Yeah, no, yeah, yo, bro.
My favorite albums.
Like, I don't know. I never felt a filter from that man, bro. So it just told me like, don't filter yourself, bro. Like, just be yourself. And when I watch shit like Tyson, it just gives me that ambition. Like, Muhammad Ali's like that for me too. Like, that nigga used to be like a rapper in my mind. I used to be like, nah, bro, this nigga's really gonna knock this nigga out, bro. We could tell. Like,
mad swaggy with it too.
Yeah, bro, it's just super, super, super swaggy. So like, I like shit like that, and it gives me that confidence sometimes to be okay with that it myself. Because I check my ego a lot. I really, really check my ego a lot. So that's why I say like that is it crazy sometimes? Hell yeah, nigga. Like, to anybody out there, just be okay with your crazy, man. Just be okay with your crazy. Like, as long as it's healthy, and you're doing something positive for the world, you know, I think that's the best thing that you could do, man. We all crazy. We all gonna stay up sleepless nights, endless nights.
Yeah, and you gotta expect that too, because it's like,
yeah, man.
When you try to push to that next level, it's the next level for a reason.
Yeah, man.
You know
Hell yeah, bro.
For sure.
And this shit ain't a fantasy, bro. Nothing is a fantasy. You really living in the real world. It's right now, baby. Like, what's going on is going on, and whatever happens after, happens after. But you leaving something here, you know, for at least, I guess, you know, the next 100 years, whatever we doing, that's going to be in the history books and repeated the same way we've been watching this stuff. So we got to go hard for the next 100 years. That's the way that I look at it. Like, I'm trying to leave a catalog of music that, or just content. You know what I'm saying? Like Quincy Jones, like you say Quincy Jones and you think of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that's him. Yeah. Thriller, that's him. Frank Sinatra stuff, he's there. You know what I'm saying in them photos. So that's
they exemplary. They're the exemplary ones type shit. They left it behind.
Exactly. So like I feel like that shit that's just gonna Walt Disney. You think of that guy, but like that's gonna just be years of saying.
This is part of
one of those legacy
culture.
Yeah. So like that and that's the word. That's like really one of my favorite words is legacy. Like I really want to have that. Like So that's why it feels crazy sometimes. Cause I'm like, am I really going this hard for this shit? But I'm like, hell yeah, I am, bro. Like, who else? Who else if not me? This is my name. This is my family. This is what it is, you know? Like, ain't nobody else gonna live our lives for us, you know?
Exactly.
Word too. It's as real as it is, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I think that's a good place to leave it at, man.
Word too. Hell yeah. I really appreciated y'all coming through.
Yo, bro,
appreciate you having us, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Like, we had you, but you really had us.
Nah.
Like, so we appreciate it. It's definitely not gonna be the last time. Nah, for sure, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is definitely not gonna be the last time you up here, bro. We got a lot of things planned in the future, you know what I'm saying? Even collaborations outside of this shit.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was gonna say, we could definitely talk off camera more about that stuff too. But yeah, man. Thank you again. Thank you, fellas. Man. I really appreciate y'all.
Yo, we appreciate you even, being one of those guests that actually talk, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to those guests that are a little more timid, but you know what I mean? We do enjoy the conversation for sure, bro. But
be transparent, fellas. Y'all gotta be transparent.
You gotta be transparent, you gotta be blunt.
Yeah, man.
You got anything to let off before we get out of here?
No. Anything you wanna let the people know, bro? What's going on, what they should look forward to, or just anything for real?
We got projects sitting in the cut. I got projects sitting in the cut right now. More videos with 40 films coming through.
Shout out 40. He probably gonna be up here.
Yeah, man.
I talked to him pretty.
Yeah, man. 40's that man. And man. More stuff coming from La Sala Studios. Out of La Sala Studios. Follow us on the gram. La Sala Records. It's a family. We putting out so much more music. Y'all gonna get it. So
sure,
we here from now to infinity, baby.
We're gonna have Chris's, we're gonna have all your links in the description. We're gonna have La Sala in the description.
Yeah, man.
You know, man. We appreciate you again. It's been another episode of Building Blocks. Every time before, we sign over, we always gotta shout out to the people supporting on Instagram, you feel me, on the Reels, on the TikToks, the YouTube Shorts, YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying, the long episodes, the audio people, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Tidal. We love the fuck out of y'all. We would be, you know what I mean? Well, we would probably still be doing it if none of y'all was tuning in, but I definitely put the battery,
appreciate
you know what I'm saying? I definitely put the battery in our bag. We definitely trying to take this shit far. Y'all been here since the beginning. We appreciate it. We love y'all niggas. Till next time, man. It's been another episode of Building Blocks. I shout out Chris. Shout out Lonely. I'm GEO. We out of here, man.
Yeah, man.
Come on. That's
fine.
GBG, call me Geo, aka the GO. His bitch wanna talk, don't wanna speak, bitch, come and give me throw. When I drop a song, they all tune in, I already know. She said I did it.